Mula sa kabisera ng Inglaterra, sa puso ng Britanya, London, UK. London, UK. Ito ang Channel Philippines Network, Pinoy Radio UK. Pinoy Radio UK. Sumasahing papawid 24 oras. 24 oras. Buong linggo. Sa www.pinoyradiouk.com. Ang mga pinakapaborito mga awitin, mga pinakaabangang programa, at mga sariwang balita at impormasyon mula at para sa mga kababayang Pilipino sa UK at sa buong mundo. Pinoy Radio UK. Pinoy Radio UK.
Okay, happy Tuesday ho mga kaibigan. Brand new month, bagong-bago ho yung buwan ngayon. Anong date ba ngayon? Asia, di ba? 7? Ayan ho. So today is the 7th of March, kung hindi ako nagkakamali. Tama ba, Direk? 7th? Okay, tama. 7th of March, brand new month. So magandang gabi ho sa inyong lahat. Welcome ho sa ating program. Ako po si SONNY Laragan and we're broadcasting live. Ako po ay nag-broadcast live ho mula ho rito sa United Kingdom, sa London. Ayan, kaya welcome ho sa ating mga kababayan sa apat na sulok ng United Kingdom. Ito po ang official na legal advice corner ng buong United Kingdom. Ito ho, dito ho ninyo makikita yung ating tunay na abogada ho, tunay na mga abogado, abogada, mga practitioners ho ng batas dito ho sa United Kingdom. So, welcome ho sa inyo na nanonood ho for the first time. Tuloy ho kayo, kabayan. At syempre, magandang gabi rin sa ating mga kababayan hindi lamang sa United Kingdom, maging sa ating mga kababayan sa Europa ho. Welcome ho kayo, dahil gabi. Although gabi kanina, nadinig ko si attorney sinasabing naninibago siya dahil daytime, parang may liwanag pa unti-unti nang nagbabago hong panahon at unti-unting umahaba na yung araw, maiksi na ho yung gabi. Kapag winter time kasi, mas mahaba yung gabi, maiksi yung araw. Kaya, ayan ho, unti-unti na ho. In a few months, technically, March, bale, springtime na ho ngayon. March, April, May, springtime, June, July, August, ano na yan, summertime. Kaya masaya, summertime. Uy, abangan natin. Merong marathon, hindi marathon parang run, marathon nga ba? Malalaman natin, well, tuloy ko pa rin ang pagbati, sa ating mga kababayan sa iba't ibang bahagi ng mundo. Welcome ho dito sa ating programa. Tuloy ho kayo, kabayan. Ayan, ngayon pakikilala ko na yung star of the show. Siya ho ang dahilan kung bakit meron tayong programang ganito dahil wala naman ho akong kaalam-alam pagdating sa batas. Kaya't eto na ho. Siya ho ang managing partner po ng Deo Volente Solicitors or aka DV Solicitors. At batang-bata ho. At kumbaga it makes us proud dahil Pilipina ho ito. And this is a big law firm. Marami silang staff. Hindi kamukha ng ibang mga law firms. 2, 3, 4 lang sila. Ito ho, marami ho. Talagang it's a complete law firm. And for a kababayan, a Filipina, to be at the helm, syempre nakaka-proud. Nakaka-proud. Pakikilala ko na, mga kaibigan, yung ating palagyan. Kung first time mo kayo makapanood, magugulat kayo dahil batang-bata, maganda, batang-bata, matalino, at matapang ho, Napakahusay ho. Mga kaibigan, yung ating pinakamamahal na ka-social bubble family natin, walang iba kundi si Attorney DANNA QUINTO. Attorney, happy Tuesday sa'yo.
Happy Tuesday, Mr. Laragan. Happy Tuesday, everyone. Tuloy po kayo sa ating remote social bubble. ilang taon na, magtatatlong taon na, because we started in March, didn't we? March 2020, just as
Yes.
siguro mag-uumpisa yung lockdown.
COVID.
Remember that?
Yes,
3 years
oo.
ago. Naku, tatlong taon na. And yeah, we've come a long way. Lumaki na yung social bubble natin. Diyan na rin si Direk, andyan si Snooki. Narinig niyo po yung aming
Oh, narinig mo.
guest
Nag-check-in.
co-host. Narinig po si Snooki. Nakakatuwa. Tuloy po kayo. It's good to be back. Sabi mo nga, if I'm biblit, medyo nag-dark na. Kasi kanina, when we were doing a detect check, nagulat ako. Sabi ko, hala, ano ba yung, sabi ko, bakit parang iba yung ilaw? Ayun pala, it's getting brighter and brighter. Dahil papunta na tayo dun sa spring. Dito na tayo, March na, spring na. It's very,
Yes.
ayan, medyo, yun, nakikita nyo, medyo may araw pa.
Oh, yeah, maliwanag, no? Oh, may araw pa. Tama. Kapag nagda-drive ako, umaalis ako, attorney, I make it a point na before 4 o'clock, bumabiyahe na akong pabalik sa London. So, let's say, kung it takes me 2 hours to get, say, for example, sa Birmingham or wherever, no? Kung anong distansya, kailangan, yung distansya ng travel pabalik, kailangan by 4. Nasa London na ako. Kasi nga, madilim.
Nasa London.
Dati, di ba? Sa ano? Oo.
Kaya,
Oy, tingnan muna. Kumusta ang yung marathon ba ang gagawin mo, attorney? Marathon ba?
it is a marathon.
Or run?
It is a marathon.
It's a marathon.
Yeah, it's a marathon.
Okay.
It's a
Oh.
marathon. Yeah. So
Kailan nga ulit?
andun-
Kailan nga uli?
April 2, a Sunday, Brighton Marathon. So I'm running for the first time marathon sa Inc. I've done
Wow.
other things, but not. Yeah, I'm in the middle of
Ano ito?
very. Which one? Ano ba yun?
Ito na nakakulay, parang green na parang neon green na
Yeah,
na attire.
That's
Stretching though?
that is, no, that was post run because I was that's a thermal top na running top. Actually reflective yan because I was not sure kung kalahati ng run ko was outside. So I had
Okay.
to bring a warmer top, but I decided dahil andun na ako dun sa cadence ko, andun na ako sa I'm better at carrying on with my long training run every Saturday inside. But whenever I stretch, so pagkatapos, when madali ka kasing lumamig, madali kang lamigin pagkatapos, you get very very warm when you're running. I think almost 10 degrees warmer. Yun natin yung nabasa ko, 10 degrees warmer when you're running. And straight away, when you stop running, stop doing things, when you're stretching, you should put a warmer set of clothes on para hindi ka, ano yung sa atin, hindi ka, may term tayong Tagalog.
Mahamugan, mapasma o mahamugan.
Hindi ka mahamugan, yun yung term natin. But
mahamugan, parang malamigan.
Training,
okay.
I did 17 miles according to my Garmin, 17 miles. So that's about roughly 27 kilometers of pretty much. Siguro may mga pace I would stop just to drink water or a gel. I did 3 gels. I was practicing my nutrition. I had my gel at the back, so hindi ko rin pinakita kasi ubus na yung gel. So 2 hours and 33 minutes of running. I don't know kung sabi nila.
Wow.
It probably, yes, it was quite. It's good. It's on the right track. Pero nakakapagod. Straight away after that, I learned a new trick. Straight away, masahe. So I went to my the Chinese massage ko ngayon.
Ito ba yung baso na sinasabi mo last time? Ito yung baso na
No,
sinasabi mo last time?
proper. No, it's a massage na
Proper
talaga.
massage.
Para ma-flush out yung
toxins.
lactic acid, toxic, metabolic waste when you run that long. Talagang kailangang habulin mo. But I was very tired the next day. That was the change. Siguro I was a bit tired. The rest day the next day, and then I wasn't feeling 100%. Kala ko parang sisipunin ako nung Lunes, so I just took a little day off. sa training lang, hindi sa work. But yeah, it's very
Yung session yun, yung
yes
session na
po.
yun, would you say na tama yung ginawa mo, 17 miles na tinakbo mo the day na yun,
Oh yeah,
via,
yeah,
say,
yeah.
for example, sa treadmill? Okay lang?
Yeah, 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 yeah. That was the
Wasn't
planned
it
progression.
over? Ah, okay. Kasi baka, I was thinking baka over siya na kaya nga baka you stretched yourself a bit physically.
Oh
Hindi
no, that
kaya?
was the
Okay
planned
lang?
progression. That was the planned progression
Ah,
to
okay,
hit
okay, okay, okay.
to hit 20s to 20s. So kahit yung Garmin, even if sabi nga nila yung Garmin minsan hindi accurate eh. So even if I'm 15
Mm.
miles or 30, I need to do at least 13 miles by this week. I need to go. Kailangan ko for sure na makalagpas ng 13 miles or 20 kilometers this week. And that was the target, to be running at least half, or in hours, 2 hours 30, halfway ng kung ano yung full marathon. Yun yung target ko, because sometimes yung other trick din nila, when you're yung other recommendation nila is not to just
Mm.
look at kung ilan yung kilometers, but you need to just be on your feet for a long period of time. So 2 hours, 2 hours 30, running almost consistently for that hour. Yun yung kailangan mo yung training hour. So I was building up to that. I don't post all my running every day. So before that, I've been running during
Ah,
the week as well.
daily. Oh. Oh, so meron
So I do
daily ka
run.
rin. Ah, so
I do.
akala ko weekend lang. Oo, that would be parang that would
Yeah,
be
yeah,
too
yeah.
much for you, di ba?
I was running. I ran a few
Parang
times that week, and then dahil sabi niyo po, so I did may conditioning session din ako at some point during that week. So I had my
yung
shorter
weight resistance
tempo run,
training.
kasi shorter
Oh,
tempo
I
runs. Yun
commented yata.
you commented. So shorter tempo runs uh, during the week na hindi ganun kasi pagod ka from trabaho. Yun yung reality. That's siguro, if I can share something na isa sa challenges is, if you're working full time, ay ang swerte lang siguro sa amin is desk job kami, so I'm not really, I'm not doing a physical work. But minsan pagod ka na mentally, so you have to go home
Mm.
and you have to eat properly. So if I'm running that night, I have to probably eat almost IF para maaga yung dinner ko, para hindi ako tatakbo na busog. So I have to Hello, Snoopy. So I have to be a bit more
May,
careful with
mm.
ano siya, oo nga daw. I have to be a bit more careful with eating, and I have to do a couple of runs, at least a couple of runs, shorter runs during the week na siguro mas dun ko tinatry bumilis, but
Mhm.
sa weekday, it's about one thing that I read is it's about maintaining a certain heart rate. If you want endurance and to stay to be on the game for longer,
Mhm.
to have that endurance with stamina races. And the same with climbing mountains, you have to be at a certain under ka lang ng certain heartbeat. So you're not maxing out yung lung capacity mo, yung heartbeat capacity mo, para hindi ma-fatigue yung body mo quicker. So you maintain a nice pace, hindi ka sobrang hingal na hingal. And that
Mhm.
may sweet spot. So that's the good thing about it. Yun yung kailangan mong maalam by training and just running. So no, I don't just run straight away. I've been building up the mileage every week, building up the longer runs every weekend, and then taking a rest day afterwards. And it's meant to hurt. It's meant to hurt a little bit, not badly, but you're meant to feel tired, and then recover. You're meant to recover as well. You're meant to do your recovery, but it's quite good kasi na-discover mo kung ano na yung body mo, kamusta na yung body mo, ano na yung response niya, and it's looking good. It's looking good. I have to run more. Uh, uh, in the next
Uh,
couple of
s-
weeks before we taper. So may tapering then. So
so,
we need to hit a certain, yep.
then nafe-feel mo ang sarili mo you're getting your rhythm, your feel. Kasi when you go weight training or body whatever training, weight training, resistance training, lalo na kung weights using barbells and dumbbells, we have what we call the muscle and mind connection. So when you're doing lifting your weights, you know yung nafe-feel mo yung muscle mo. Unlike pagka bago ka wala kang alam, you just lift, you just go through the motions. So with your running ba, as you progress towards your goal na medyo ready and fit for April 2, ano ba, nafe-feel mo na body mo? Natatansya mo na? Para, ano ba, paano ba ang runner? I really don't know. I'm just curious, no? Kung ano ang runner,
Yeah,
ikaw, when you run.
muscle memory din yan eh. You tend to be more vigilant sa running form mo. So that's one thing. The shorter runs are there for you to learn kung gaano ka kabilis. The longer runs were in hours and hours. You're gonna be there kasi medyo mahaba-haba din yung yung 2 oras eh. So
Oo.
you're going to learn a lot about your body kung kailan siya pagod, kung kailan siya ay masakit pag minove ko pala ng ganito, medyo if my form, you have to
Alam mo
you
na, no?
get
Alam mo na, no?
very
Pati yung,
vigilant about your form. You get very vigilant about yung heart rate
mm,
mo, nahahapo ka na, pag binilisan mo ng konti, ay parang ang hirap pala. O pag ganito, medyo mas kaya nating mag-endure ng mas mataas. It's very just like yours. It's a lot about muscle memory and muscle body awareness. Ano mo talaga na you've got this body that can do things na nung una hindi mo alam na kaya mo pala, and then if you keep looking after it, if you keep nourishing it, then it can achieve a lot of things that at first you're not quite sure it can't. That's the good thing, and you feel stronger. In very simple terms,
mm,
you feel stronger. You
good,
feel more at ease with your body.
good,
Although
oh.
up and down yan, hindi lang yan linear na, I feel strong. There are days na, ay naku, parang sisipunin ako. Ay naku, pagod na pagod ako sa
No,
trabaho.
totoo yan,
Oh,
no?
may
Anybody, in,
you're
in,
gonna
in
have to find
any,
your motivation at the end of the
tama
day
yan.
to do. And it's like a job. I wake up on a Saturday and I have to tell myself, um, for the next 3 weeks, wala talagang gagawin kundi tumakbo lang. I have to tell myself, this is the job
Oo
for the
nga.
day. You have to do that.
You have to
And then
put,
afterwards,
oo,
yun talaga, you have to psych
kailangan.
yourself na,
Psych
ito
yourself,
trabaho mo.
convince mo, teka muna. Oo,
Oh, just like
tama,
work, you
you
have
have
to
to
go
do
to
it, di
work.
ba?
Wala kang option. You have to go to work, di ba? Para kumita. The same way. No, I have to go run. But I'm enjoying it better these days. Siguro kasi mas siguro kasi na-miss ko din siya. Matagal din akong
Oo.
hindi tumakbo ng nag-train ng
Ah,
ganito. And then I'm also remembering how hard it can be na, oo nga, no, nakakapagod din siya. So, very, very interesting. For a while, parang, kunwari, atleta ka. Yung, nakakatawa kasi, normal na
may
buhay
medal
naman
ba yan? May
natin.
medal ba yan? Kamukha ni
May
Evelyn
medal.
Rafael? May medal ka ba? May medal rin ba yan? May medal
May
din.
medal.
Oh, hopefully next year, attorney, I can hopefully I'll join you. I haven't really run in my whole life, masyado. I try to, alam ni Direk yan, di pa eh, na sometime November of 2021, I was starting to run. Uh,
Mm.
nasa 15 minutes, kaya ko ng dire-diretso ng 15. Pero after that, I gave up, no? Kasi when I started weight training, I had to stop it because it might eat up on whatever I'm building. So,
Yeah,
yun.
that
Pero
is
yeah,
true.
yeah, yeah. I'd love to, since now I've brought my weight down to, ang waistline ko baka 27 na ngayon, no? Hindi ko alam. So, yung mukha ko nagiging chiseled face na eh, parang artista, Brad
Oo nga.
Pitt, no? Ibig sabihin, alam mo na,
Yes.
nakahulma na eh. Hindi na yung dating bilog na gano'n. Yeah,
Yes.
wala na. Nakikita mo na cheekbones ko ngayon, no? So,
cheekbones na.
yeah, it's yung
Yes.
mga yung mga high di ba? So, teka muna, attorney. Let's ang topic natin for tonight pala, truth or myth na naman tayo. Bago tayo, banggitin ko lang, personal injury claims, babanggitin natin yan, ang truth or myth, no? Exam natin for tonight.
Exactly. Exam natin yan. Midterms natin.
Exam natin for
True
tonight.
or myth, personal injury claims. Ay, share ko lang.
Claims.
Bago tayo, kasi parati ako may shoot.
Bago tayo
Every
magpabati-bati,
week,
no? Sige.
So, share ko tong gear. It's food, actually. So, hindi ito yung gel ko. Share ko ito yung gel ko next.
Protein bar? Attorney?
Yes, the protein bar. Hindi ako masyado sa protein shake, but I discovered, hindi po tayo sponsored. Sana ma-sponsor tayo, no? Hindi tayo sponsored. Kung gusto nyo mag-sponsor,
Ano yan?
Mr. Laragan, masarap. This is
yan?
one of the best I'd ever tasted. This is 20 grams of protein. This one is 20, so that's pretty
carbs niyan.
decent.
Ilan ang carbs naman? How many carbs?
Mataas lang ang carbs, 15. But when you're running, you need carbs. So
you need it, of course.
You need carbs when you're running. That's the reality. Hindi ako makapag low carb diet. Baka mahimatay ako pag nag low carb diet ako But this one is pretty high in they've got vitamins, 20 grams of protein. Low ang sugar niya, although medyo decent yung carbs niya. But it's very tasty. So, para kung kumakain ng tsokolate, very, very tasty.
Okay.
It feels like a treat rather than, alam mo yung ibang protein bars na
wow.
parang cardboard.
Okay.
This is share ko lang to. So, fulfill, baka gusto niyo po kaming sponsor.
Ay, teka muna, attorney. You're talking of protein. You need protein. Why don't you yung drink? I don't know if you're fond of drinks. Kasi mga tatlong taste yan eh. May ano ba yan? Ano ba yung cookies and cream yata? Cookies and cream, strawberry, at saka chocolate. Whey protein. You could easily recover. Mas mabilis plus may protein. Pero yan, saan mo nabibili yan? Asda, available in Asda, Sainsbury's, Tesco.
Amazon, everywhere. It's everywhere. Amazon.
Amazon mo binili para mas mura.
Amazon. Tsaka Amazon mura at tsaka may Prime Delivery.
Siyempre.
Prime Delivery para
tama.
So, this is my favorite protein bar. I might have to try kasi dati nagtry ako ng mga protein shake. It's not I think with my tummy, hindi namimili siya.
Lacto, intolerant siguro or something, no?
Medyo lacto-sensitive
okay.
ako. Hindi ako nagmi-milk generally.
Sa
day. I think generally I try not to drink milk. So yun yung problem ko. Kasi isa pang trick, but it doesn't work for me kasi lacto. Pag kumuha ko ng soya, chocolate milk is also very, very good. It's a well-known recovery drink for runners dahil sa protein content niya and the satiety, yung masarap. Kasi when you're running, you do need, kung pagod na pagod ka, kailangan mo yung hit ng psychological as well as physiological na relief. So yun ang isa sa what I learned a lot from endurance training. When you're very tired, you've been running for 2 hours, 2 hours 33. Okay, sige mag-gels ka. Yung mga gels naman kasi lasang orange lang naman yun. But ang pinaka weird, and a lot of runners I've asked, ang pinaka talagang nagbibigay ng boost sa'yo actually, and this is on running yung talagang pagod ka na. Yung mga chichirya, yung crisp na may salt.
Mga Doritos, mga Coke.
Yung Doritos, mahirap yung Doritos kainin. Yung chips na salted lang, kasi madaling kainin yun. Dalawa, tatlo. We're not talking about kakain ka na madami. You're just gonna pop one or two para mataste lang yung salt straight away ng body mo. And you feel that
parang electrolytes. Parang may na-meet ako sa gym, may mga sometimes they would put in a bit of, kunyari, plain water yung nila. Talagyan lang a dash of salt.
A dash of salt, yeah.
Kasi yung electrolytes.
It's more of a psychological hit. A psychological hit. Kasi pag crisp, parang, So I would minsan sa mga yung long runs and a Coke. Yung Coke sugar hits
Mm.
you straight away. A
Mm.
little bit of Coke. So that's one thing. Although if you're trying to be on the healthier side, yun nga, you'll have a gel or hydration tablets. So I have a hydration tablets. I probably drink extra hydration tablets 1 or 2 days before a long run. So you don't just drink on the day, you have to hydrate a couple of days beforehand. Yun na lang.
Okay. So hindi pala on the day itself, no? Kailangan niya days before, no? A couple
You
of
have
days
to
at
build
least
up your
before, no?
hydration.
Oh.
You have to build up your hydration.
Okay,
Napulot
okay,
ko din
okay.
yan sa isang runner na if sa tingin nila mainit na mainit yung race, they would start hydrating 2 or 3 days beforehand para yung hydration nila it's on it's
It, it,
consistently better.
it, itong run mo sa April, so springtime, so hindi pa ganon kainit. Ganun ba? Do they schedule
Yes.
mga marathons pagka medyo malamig? O mga runs?
Yes.
O may
Mm-mm.
mga summer, meron ba summer marathon or summer run? Ba, mainit yun?
The bulk of the marathons are really spring. So the bulk are in March,
Okay.
April. May mga May, pero meron pa rin mga June or July. Depende kung nasan sila sa mundo. But it tends to get harder sa
Pag summer, pag
sa
mainit.
mahirap talaga.
Mahirap, mahirap. Oh.
I've had before
Very
kahit may
draining.
mga, and then it goes back September, October, November, autumn naman, ma-end
Mm.
and that's it. Mahirap talagang, ako personally, mahirap tumakbo pag mainit. You lose more
Okay.
electrolytes.
Okay. Attorney, we'll go into the pabati. Tingnan natin kung sino yung mga babati
Babati
sa
na
atin.
tayo.
Okay. Sige. Bati tayo. Okay. Direct. Go.
Ayan.
Ito na.
Sa tingin
Sige,
ko,
attorney, sino ang una para sa
Sa tingin ko
bragging rights of
nagbalik
being the first?
nagbalik na ata si Oliver Fernandez sa tingin ko.
Si Oliver Fernandez. Okay, sige. Well, I look forward. Sige, kay Oliver. Sige, let's go. Sige, direct.
Ay, si Marian!
Oh! Hinulaan mo last week, no? Si Marian ba hinulaan mo last week?
Last week si Marian yung hinulaan ko eh. I
Si
think so.
Marian. Siya naman nginauna. Good. Sige. Nice,
Yan.
Marian. Congratulations.
Patingin ko, hello po, magandang gabi po, Kuya Sonny, Attorney Dana, at sa lahat, happy Tuesday po, stay safe always, God bless, and stay healthy. Thank you, Marian, God bless and stay healthy as well. Panalo siya ngayong valedictorian.
Yes. So, congratulations. At least bragging rights mo. Ako, nung first, ano ba yan? First natin ba? O second na natin show to? Attorney.
Second na.
For March. First ba? Direct? Tama?
First ba? First nga, oo nga.
Di ba
First
7
nga.
yan? 7? Una. Okay. O so bagong
Una.
month ho ngayon. Oo, halos matatapos na yung first quarter ng 2023. Ayan. Okay, sino pangalawa?
Pangalawa
Basta
sa
na,
tingin ko,
bilis.
si Oliver Fernandez pa rin.
Oliver Fernandez. Siyempre. Oo, tingnan natin.
Panindigan ko na, di ba?
Panindigan natin, siyempre.
Si Mia
Sino yan?
Fernandez. Si Oliver ba yan?
Si Mia.
Mia, ito ba yan?
Si Oliver
Sino
ba?
ba yan?
Okay, Mia.
Oliver.
Okay. Baka si Oliver to, using the
Baka
wife's...
si Oliver.
Tama? Oliver, sige, si Oliver nga.
Si Oliver gamit lang
Ano
ang
sabi niya?
iba. Siguro gamit yung social media ng asawa niya. A bright and sunny morning
ano
for us
nangyari?
here in the Pacific Northwest. I may need to dust off the old sunglasses a bit early, but not in the hip kind of way. Spring is just around the corner. You could literally smell it and feel it. Itchy nose and throat and watery eyes and the fine powdery residue in the dashboard of the car is not just dust. You guessed it. Time for a prescription refill. Ay, andyan na.
Meron siyang ano.
Spring
Ano yung pangalan niya, attorney? Ano pangalan niya? Yung tawag dyan? Hay fever. Hay nagkaka-hay allergy. Oo. Wow.
Nag-uumpisa
Mahirap,
na
no?
din talaga.
Sana hindi ako tamaan yan. Ay, nag-uusap ano meron ba sa inyo mga cherry blossoms na? May mga cherry blossoms ako nakikita ngayon,
Meron na ba?
attorney.
Meron na.
Oh, meron
Parang,
na, meron na.
kasi
Meron na.
yung kahapon sa United Kingdom. May nakita ako, nag-snow pa dyan sa inyo. Nag-snow daw sa Luton eh.
Ah, really?
Nag-snow
Eh?
ba sa
Oh,
inyo?
pwede. Oh. Pwede. Well, it could be dahil malamig na naman, biglang nag-dip na naman yung panahon eh. 'Di ba?
Nag-dip
Like
na naman.
oo, malamig na naman. Yun lang ang medyo hate natin pagka malamig eh, no? Wow, grabe ang lamig dito. Pero yeah, ganoon talaga eh. We have to live with it, no? So, ayan, well, tama ka. Congratulations, attorney, no? So, you have one out of two, no? Sige. Sino yung pangatlo natin?
Sino ba? Naisip ko si Edgardo Cagahas dyan. Kasi last week,
Oh,
ano,
sa kaya siya,
I think
nasa
siya
work, nasa bahay
report
na,
siya
tingnan
eh.
natin.
Roving reporter.
Sige,
Asa
tingnan
ka na
natin.
ba, Edgardo?
Edgardo Cagastian, tingnan natin.
Tapos ka lang din.
Nakatakot yung drum roll natin, no?
Nakakatakot,
Oh,
ah.
Gigi Elamparo.
Universe
Oh.
grabe. Gigi Alambara, good evening, Attorney Donna and Kuya Sonny, and also Direct Paula. Happy Tuesday and God bless. Happy Tuesday and God bless. Then Gigi Alambaro. By the way, andito pa rin guys si
Yes.
Snooki, in case na,
Ano si Snooki? Nagpapahinga.
wondering.
Nandito, nasa tabi ko lang. Alam niya.
Oh,
Nagtatatakbo bago mag-show tayo. Yung parang Speedy Gonzales na bilis yan eh. Tsaka may favorite kami dalawa. May favorite kami yung boxing. May hindi kami mag-boxing eh. Marunong siya mag-boxing.
marunong siya
Oh, marunong mag-boxing. Marunong mag-jump, mag-sit, mag-lie down, ano pa ba? Ano ba makina? Oh, yeah, ganyan mga ano. Magtuturo lang ako, jump. Maski saan, tatalon. Ayan, bibigyan ko ng cheese. Hindi siya lactose intolerant. Yung basta hindi kaya niya yung pinapakain ko ng Greek yogurt yan. Greek yogurt,
Ba?
avocado. Oo. Kulang na lang bigyan ko ng chia seeds to.
Keto diet.
Yeah, totoo yan. Naka-avocado, yogurt yan, Greek yogurt. At saka yung kanyang boiled na chicken with nor. Ayan. Yan ang recipe ko sa kanya. Ayan, oo. Pati ako nakikikain. Maglalagay ako ng 4 na legs. Oo, nakikikain ako sa pagkain niya. Kuha ko ng isang leg, akin na rin. So, ayan. Okay. Sino yung susunod?
Oh, sorry, but what is that? I woke up really late. Didn't even, I was on my wife's account. It's okay.
Yeah. It's okay. Wow, cute naman. Ang cute naman. Oo nga, nagtaka ka.
Mia and Oliver
How is
Fernandez. Hello. Okay lang yan. 2
Yes,
points.
Mia, mabuhay kayo dyan. Oo, 2 points. Nasa
2 points.
Seattle, nasa sila sa Washington State. Everett yata. Everett yata. Oh, Everett yata. Okay, direct, sino susunod? Pahulaan mo natin. Sige, 30.
Siguro lang. Akala ko si Edgardo Cagahas yan, pero si Gigi. Pero sige, si Edgardo
Hindi.
Cagahas yan.
Edgardo Cagahas yan. Oo, tingnan ba? Pati pang-apat may pang-beer pa. Oy! Ma'am Cora!
Tita Cora ba
Kumusta?
nakabalik
Oo.
na? Nakabalik na po ba si Tita Cora?
Nakabalik na. Ay, nananawagan lang ako. Baka na may nanonood, may kailangan kayong ipadala sa Pilipinas na pera, na Philippine money, kailangan ko ng pounds. Mag-swap ho tayo. No? Makakatipid kayo sa padala, sa remittance fee. Ako naman, kailangan ko ng pounds. No? So, kailangan ko lang ASAP. Ayan, Ma'am Cora, no? Mabuhay. At nasa UK na yata si Ma'am Cora, tama ba?
Nasa UK
Direct? Andito na, no? Oo.
Welcome
Uy, summertime, kailangan mag-get together tayo, magkita-kita tayo summertime, no? Pag medyo hindi na mainit. Malamig, hindi na malamig, I should say. Pagka medyo maganda na weather. Oo, yan. Uy,
Well, look who's here. Evelyn Rafael.
Yes.
Hello, London. Parang BBC reporter lang si Tita Emeline. Hello, London.
Hello, London. Oh.
Good evening, London. Sonny and Attorney Donna and everyone, happy Tuesday to all. Wow, thank you po, Tita
Mabuhay.
Cora.
Lady
Tita
Emmeline, ha?
Emily. Tita Emmeline,
Mabuhay
malapit
sa
na ang
lady.
birthday. Next month na.
Kailan?
Next month.
Wow. Babalik ka
April.
ba? Babalik ka ba rito
Babalik
o
ba
diyan ka
sila?
na sa Pilipinas?
Babalik ka ba?
At teka
O
muna,
yan?
nga, last year ba yung bongga o the 2 years ago? Yung bonggang 75th, teka na, 18th birthday pala niya, no? Di ba?
18th birthday. Debut.
18th birthday, oo. Very young
Debut.
looking, very beautiful yung ating kaibigang si Lady Emmeline. Ayan, Lady Emmeline, mabuhay.
Last
Mabuhay.
year.
Happy birthday, malapit na. Last year lang ba yun?
Last year lang po. Last
Okay,
year lang
parang,
po.
okay. Andun si di ba? Andun si Annalyn Antipuesto.
Ayan, naluan
Matag
ni
siya, no?
Pwesto.
At saka si Attorney Lira, magkakasama tayo ng gabi yun, no? Okay.
Si
Sino pa?
Edward.
Si Analu pala. Talking of Analu, andyan na siya.
Naluan dito. Amazing Tuesday evening po, Attorney Dana, Kuya Sonny, Direct Pao, and to all viewers. Ingat po tayo palagi. Yes, ingat tayo palagi. God bless everyone.
Ingat.
Uso na naman mga
Ingat.
trangkaso at mga hay allergies. So, ingat po kayo.
Nagbebenta pa rin ba si Annalyn ng ano? Are you still yung mga health products mo, no? So, si attorney may pinapakita kaninang, although hindi niya binebenta yung kanyang protein.
Hindi ko nakita. Nagpaparamdam lang ako, baka ba sponsoran kami ni Mr. Laragan ng protein bar.
Protein, masarap ba? Anong taste niya? May flavor ba yan? Ano flavor?
Chocolate.
May flavor, banana or... chocolate.
Chocolate salted caramel. Sarap.
Uy, caramel, oh. Gusto ko yung caramel, oh. Oh, wow. Sarap yan.
Gusto lang namin yung
Protein. Oh, ay, si Rudy. Wow.
Rudy Lebrova. Happy Tuesday, beautiful people. Attorney Dana, Sir Sonny, Super Edgar, Direct Paula, and all happy Tuesday viewers. God bless us all from Team Lebroho. Ang taas talaga ng energy parati ni Rudy. Kahit mapapaano ka rin eh. Mapapataas din yung energy mo eh. Napaka-positive.
At saka maski malamig yan, ha?
Ayan o, favorite ni Marian Galicia Panes. So marami pala sana sponsoran tayo lahat ng film. Masarap talaga to.
Pero teka muna, attorney. You eat yung bar na yan because you're preparing for a run, or pagka wala ka naman run, do you still eat it?
No. Pag I used to
preparing
eat it.
In preparation.
Preparing lang. I ate it when I was doing my kinuwento ko sa inyo, nag-training ako for military sana. So that was my history with this one.
Okay.
So I wouldn't normally eat it pag hindi ako nagra-run, because gusto ko lang siguro yung hindi ako masyado ma-protein bar pag hindi ako nag-exercise masyado. Although
hindi ko kumakain ng eggs, attorney?
Protein bar, hindi protein. Nagpa-protein ako but not protein bar. Kumakain ako maraming eggs. whether nag-exercise, it's protein bar ang hindi ko masyado kinakain. If I'm not training, I like my food na totoong hindi naman sa hindi totoong pagkain yan. Like food na usual food, like eggs, avocado, salmon. Siguro para ma-insert ko yung mataas na protein, like 20 grams, in a way na masarap, na hindi ko na force feed yung sarili ko. Because I couldn't probably eat more. Kumbaga, ilang eggs yung kailangan kong makain pa bago ko ma-reach yung 20 grams ng protein, diba?
4 yata, 5 isang piraso, no? So, bale, 4 na eggs ang kakainin mo. Oh.
Alam mo,
pero I eat eggs. So, I eat 4 or 5 eggs every day.
4 or 5 eggs every day. Oh, that's good.
Yeah,
that's good.
4 or 5 eggs. Yan. So, minimum ko yung 4. Leslie Hakaban. Mabuhay ka.
Leslie Hakaban says, good evening, Father Dana, Sir Sonny, and Direct Paula. Happy Tuesday, Paula. Happy Tuesday then, Leslie. Ayan. Full house.
Asan ka na, Leslie? Asan ka ba? Nasa ka? Nandito ka ba?
Ano,
Nasa Pinas ka ba? Nasaan ka, no? Ayan.
Andito
Andito ba siya? Oh,
hello.
good. Oh, good. Oh, good. Mabuhay ka. Okay, sinong,
Logroño, Rowena. Magandang
wow.
gabi po sa lahat. Advance
Taga saan
Happy
ka?
Women's Day, Dana. Hello, everyone. Yes, Happy International Women's Day or advance March 8 bata eh. Or March 7 ba? March 8. But advance Happy International Women's Day. Taga saan ka, Rowena siguro yung pangalan niya. Ganda naman ng
Rowena, oh,
ano.
Rowena.
Ganda ng profile pic.
Logroño. Hindi ko alam kung
Napaka-
Logroño yung teacher ko ng high school sa Notre was N-O or N-I-O, hindi ko na matandaan. Pero siguro
Logroño.
isa lang naman ang mga Logroño, no, sa Pilipinas.
Oh, parang ano
Logroño.
eh. Parang specific yung ano
Mabuhay.
eh. Rare yung surname. Taga saan ka sa atin,
Okay.
Rowena? Taga saan ka dito?
Tag-
Yes
Taga
po.
saan ka? Oh, yeah, let us know. At saka dito kung nasan ka. May bahay.
Si Annalyn, nagbebenta pa rin ng barley. Pag may nangangailangan daw po ng barley
Ayan,
for
oh.
health, for your health, Annalyn still.
Okay. At least ano yan, it's good, healthy, and then also a good source of income, no? Tama yan. Ako naman,
Yes.
hindi na ako kumakain. Wala kainan. Wala na kainan. Oh, napaka boring ang food na routine ko, ang regimen ko, attorney. It's purely basta everyday lang, Monday to 5 days a week kakainin ko lang avocado, dark chocolate, Greek yogurt, chia seeds, flax seeds, ano pa ba? Mag-rotate lang yung protein ko sa fish, meat, pork or beef. Ano pa ba? Tapos salads. Yun lang. Ganun lang kasimple. I eat them
Wow.
day in, day out. Ayan. Ay, uy, si Virginia Elona. Nandito ka ba? Nasa Sweden.
Nasa greetings. Good evening, Attorney Donna and Sonny. Greetings from Gothenburg, Sweden. A blissful evening. Wow. Sana makapunta din tayo sa Sweden. Din sana.
Oh, yeah. Oh, may mga friends tayo niya, Tony. Sana makapunta tayo. Okay, Virginia Elona. Sino pa ba? Next, sino pa?
Surigao!
Surigao.
Surigao, Westminster. Sasabihin ka sana.
Nasa Westminster.
Westminster. Well done, Ryan.
Surigao, Westminster.
Westminster, yeah.
Surigao, napunta na ako rin. Napunta na ako sa Surigao. Nag-joyride ako from Butuan. Nag-joyride din ako sa Cagayan de Oro, first time nung araw.
Yep.
Napunta ako na Davao, Jensan. Hindi ko pala pupuntahan yung lugar mo, attorney. Pagdating ko, kaibigan ko pagka na-tiyempo ko, umuwi tayo, Pilipinas, let's go there. Kasi yung kaibigan ko nasa. How far is Jensan sa inyo? How far is Jensan?
1 hour. 1 hour.
Malapit
45
lang.
minutes to 1 hour. Malapit lang po.
Okay lang. Kasi kaibigan namin yung may malaking resort doon na nasa hilltop doon sa diyan sa Jensan, no? Oo. Si Sol Malangkil, no? Asawa. Silang dalawa ni General Malangkil. Okay. Uy, sino to? Bernadette. Kamusta ka na? Naku.
Hello, good evening po. Welcome back.
Hindi pala tutuloy yung namin ni Bernadette, yung lunch namin o kaya yung coffee namin. Dahil biglang uuwi ng Pilipinas, may kanya-kanya kaming mga biyahe, no? So, yan na muna, no? Badet, mabuhay, mag-uusap tayo, yung ating usapang coffee or lunch, O sige. Okay, yun na muna ang mga pagbati for the time being. We're gonna have a short break. Pagbalik ko natin yung napaka-interesting na topic na pag-uusapan ni attorney ngayon, no? Yung truth or myth sa personal injury claims. Kaya take yung pen and paper ho ninyo para lang sa ganun makapag-take tayo ng test and notes, no? Para malaman nyo kung 10 out of 10 ba kayo, 9 out of 10, 8 out of 10, or 5, at least, no? Malaman ninyo. Okay, so we're gonna have a short break, and when we come back, i-discuss ni attorney itong ating truth or myth personal injury claims. Huwag mo kayong aalis, saglit po lamang.
Mula noon hanggang ngayon, serbisyong mapagkakatiwalaan, serbisyong maaasahan pagdating sa inyong mga padalang balikbayan boxes. Dito ka na sa Forex Cargo. Sa presyong kayang-kaya ng bulsa, sigurado ka pa sa inyong padala. Forex Cargo. Dahil kailangan makarating. Call 0208-813-7064. O ano pang inaantay niyo mga kabayan? Tayo na sa Forex Cargo.
100% all natural, tasty, healthy, versatile. 4 unique flavors. Taste a real sauce. Galettos.
May problema ka ba sa landlord mo? Baka AV ka na ni Kuya. May problema sa mga kapitbahay, sa trabaho. O kaya naman kay Mister o kay Mrs. Away tungkol sa mala, mga may utang, mga aksidente, daing o laban sa ospital or sa NHS, harassment, o baka naman may stalker ka na gusto mong ireklamo. Punta na sa DV Solicitors para matulungan ka pagdating sa mga litigations at iba pang mga legal concerns. DV Solicitors at 2nd floor, Howard House, St. John Street, Bedford, MK42 0DJ. Tumawag sa 01234-350-244 or 01234-225-188 o kaya naman mag-email sa d.quinto@dvsolicitors.com. Visit our website at www.dvsolicitors.com.
Mula sa kabisera ng Inglaterra, sa puso ng Britanya, London, UK. London, UK. Ito ang Channel Philippines Network. Pinoy Radio UK. Pinoy Radio UK. Sumasayang papawid 24 oras. 24 oras. Buong linggo. Sa www.pinoyradiok.com. Ang mga pinakapaborito mga awitin, mga pinakaabangang programa, at mga sariwang balita at impormasyon mula at para sa mga kababayang Pilipino sa UK at sa buong mundo. Pinoy Radio UK. Pinoy Radio UK.
Okay, balik po tayo sa ating palatuntunan. Ito po ang Legal Advice Corner on a Happy Tuesday. Ako po si SONNY LARAGAN for those of you who just tuned in just now, no? Dito po sa ating programa. At syempre, once again, tawagin natin yung ating kumbaga star of the show, no? Siya po ang talagang legal expert, no? Walang iba kundi si Attorney DANNA Quinto. Once again, welcome. Happy Tuesday, Attorney.
Happy Tuesday, Mr. Laragan. Nagpo-focus lang yung video ko. Happy Tuesday, everyone. Welcome back sa show. Welcome back uli sa ating midterms, sa ating truth or myth. Ang ating, ayusin ko lang yung video ko. There we are. Ang ating weekly episode. Okay na, no? That's all right. Ang ating weekly episode that we've been doing for a few weeks now, parang pub quiz style, parang midterms, kuha ka ng paper and pen, and we're gonna test your instinct, your legal instinct on a particular topic. And ang topic natin ngayon, ka-clarify ko lang, personal injury claims, pero further to road traffic accident. Kasi may mga ibang personal injury claims, which we can still talk about maybe next week or in the coming few weeks. So ready na ba? Ready na ba lahat?
Sige, ready. Yep, ready na kami, Attorney. Sige.
And
go.
we are going to do truth or myth again. So mechanics nito, I will mention 10 statements regarding a particular topic, which today is road traffic accident, personal injury claims. And you will guess whether it's a truth or myth. And later on, I will explain bakit nga ba totoo or bakit myth. So we'll start with number 1 straight away. You have 6 years to sue someone for a personal injury claim before you are statute barred. So, sa madaling salita, sa Tagalog, meron kang 6 na taon para kasuhan ang whether yung driver ng kabilang vehicle for personal injury claim bago sabihin ng korte deadline na. So, 6 years daw. Is that a truth or myth? Number 2, you are required by law to exchange information with the other drivers if you have been involved in an accident. Number 2, kailangan o required ka ng batas dito na mag-exchange ng information, insurance information to be exact, if you have been involved in an accident. Number 3, if you have been involved in an accident, call an ambulance and the police straight away and make sure you are safe. Okay? If you are involved in an accident, call an ambulance and police straight away and make sure you and all your passengers are safe. If you have just tuned in, nandito naman po tayo sa ating legal advice corner midterms. Kailangan kumuha kayo ng piece of paper and your pen, and we're gonna test your legal instinct by this parang pub quiz, parang midterms. Truth or myth? I've been noting, I will be noting 10 statements. Number 4 na tayo. And I'll repeat this all later if you missed the first 3. But number 4 is, there is no other way to claim compensation if the other driver is uninsured. So if you've been a victim of personal injury via a road traffic accident at hindi insured ang kabilang driver, yung nakabangga sa'yo, hindi insured, wala na atang pag-asa, wala na daw pag-asa to claim compensation. That's number 4. Number 5, you have to evidence your claim for injury by providing medical report, GP records, and hospital records. Number 5, kailangan mo magbigay ng ebidensya at kailangan hihingi ng medical report, GP records, and hospital records. Number 6, you cannot claim for future income losses for future income caused by a personal injury in a road traffic accident. So, pag ikaw daw ay nabangga, hindi ka na makaka-claim ng future losses for future income caused by the fact na nagkaroon ka ng personal injury. Number 7, you have to prove that the accident caused your injuries and no other factors such as genetic disorder. So, kailangan daw i-prove mo na ang dahilan lang bakit ka may injury the accident itself at not anything else like genetic predisposition or a genetic disorder. Number 8, once you have settled on a full and final settlement, you cannot come back for more should your injury turn out to be worse in the future. Kung ikaw ay nag-settle na, full and final settlement, to the basis of a full and final settlement, bawal na humingi ng mas marami pa. If it turns out in the future na hindi ka pa pala magaling, you've gotten worse. No, it's number 8. Number 9, you can use a conviction in criminal proceedings, for example, dangerous driving, to prove that the same driver is liable in civil proceedings. So, kung convicted kung convicted na yung driver, yung kalaban mong driver, yung nakabangga sa'yo, sa criminal proceedings, for example, dangerous driving, pwede mo daw yung gamitin na ebidensya kung kakasuhan mo na siya for compensation sa civil proceedings. And number 10, you will lose your disability allowance or benefits if you receive a personal injury settlement. So in this particular case, for example, nabangga ka and it made you disabled, so you're receiving disability allowance and some benefits. Pag natanggap mo na daw yung compensation mo, and that's a lump sum. So siguro malaking lump sum. Because it's such a big lump sum, you will lose your disability allowance or benefits. Is that true? Is that a truth or myth? I will go through it very quickly once again. Para sa mga bagong nag-tune in, this is still truth or myth. This is Personal Injury Claims Edition, Road Traffic, brought about by road traffic accident. Number 1, you only have 6 years to sue someone for personal injury before you are statute barred. 6 na taon lang daw ang allowed bago nakasuhan mo ang isang tao bago sabihin ng korte tama na you are statute barred. You can't do anything anymore. Number 2, you are required by law to exchange insurance information and driver's details if you have been involved in an accident. Number 3, if you have been involved in an accident, call an ambulance and the police straight away and make sure you and everyone else are safe. Number 4, there is no other way to claim compensation if the other side or if the other driver is uninsured. Kung nabangga ka daw ng driver na walang insurance, wala nang pag-asa talaga makakuha ng compensation. Number 5, you have to evidence your claim for injury by providing medical report, GP records, and hospital records. Kailangan daw ng ebidensya pag sinasabi mong may injury ka at kailangan daw ng iyong GP records, hospital records, and medical report. Number 6, you cannot claim for losses on future income caused by a personal injury. You cannot claim for losses of future income caused by personal injury. Number 7, you have to prove that the accident caused you the injuries and not other factors like genetic predisposition. So kung may nagkaroon ka ng, for example, masakit pa rin yung paa mo after the accident, kailangan i-prove mo daw na accident ang dahilan yan at hindi dahil may arthritis ka na. Number 8, once you have settled on a full and final settlement, nakuha mo na, areglo na, nabayaran ka na, full and final settlement, you cannot come back for more should your injury turn out to be worse in the future. Is that truth or myth? Number 9, you can use a conviction in criminal proceedings, for example, a dangerous driving, yung kalaban mong driver, the other driver, to prove that he or she is liable when you're claiming for compensation in civil proceedings. So dalawa yan, civil at criminal. So when yung nakabangga sa'yo, na-convict na sa criminal court for dangerous driving, for example, pwede mo daw yung gamitin as automatic evidence sa court, sa civil court, to say that he is liable in the civil proceedings. And number 10, you will lose your disability allowance or state benefits. We're talking about the UK here. If you receive a personal injury settlement lump sum. So pag ikaw nabayaran ng lump sum settlement, quite a substantial amount of money, and you were on disability allowance or state benefits for the reason na ano ka sa aksidente, you were paralyzed, for example, because of the accident, you will lose your benefits because of that big lump sum. Is that truth or myth? Right. Be ready? Checking of answers na. Exchange papers, please. Bawal mag-Google, bawal mag-cheat. Number 1. You have 6 years to sue someone for personal injury before you are statute barred. Truth or myth? That is a myth. 3 years lang po. It's much shorter in personal injury claims. In contracts, it's 6 years, but in personal injury claims, it's only 3 years. The first one is a myth. Daan po yan, 3 years from the date of the accident. Number 2, you are required by law to exchange insurance information if you've been, and driver details if you've been in an accident. That's like a giveaway question for UK, but I want to emphasize that dahil yan ay napaka-importante in terms of starting our due diligence. Kailangan alam namin sino yung witnesses. Of course, that is true. Let's clarify that. Kailangan namin nung, not just witnesses, but obviously the details of the driver, insurance details of the other driver, kung sino yung nandun sa premises. Of course, sometimes hindi possible yan dahil minsan serious ang injury. The hope in that situation is that someone would have called a police and obviously an ambulance, which is a good segue with number 3. If you're in an accident, call first an ambulance and the police straight away and make sure you are safe. I always say this, don't call your lawyer. Wag po lawyer ang agad tawagan nyo. Tumawag po kayo ng police first of all. Exchange kayo ng information dun sa kabila. Pero mas importante tawag ng police para makuha lahat ng impormasyon because they can do a collision report. Sila din yung maghahanap ng witnesses doon. That's the reason why you call the police. So it's all, there's a paper trail for the accident. Obviously, ambulance as well. Kahit na sa tingin nyo, masakit lang ng konti, but hindi naman, call an ambulance pa rin. Because I told Mr. Laragan this many years ago, and this was parang trivia na nakuha ko from working in this area of law. 48 hours, within 48 hours, parang walang nararamdaman yung mga minor lang yung injury. The reason for that is the adrenaline rush. When you're in such a situation na parang survival instinct kicks in, you will get a surge of adrenaline and numb ka pa. After 48 hours, dun mo mararamdaman kung may mga minor injuries ka, may whiplash, and so on and so forth. But in terms of getting ambulance straight away, minsan yung concussion, hindi mo alam may concussion ka, but after 15 minutes or after a few hours, meron pala, and that could be very, very dangerous. So to be on the safe side, call the police, call the ambulance, make sure everyone is safe before you try to find your lawyer. Wag po abogado yung unang tawagan nyo. So that is truth. Tawagan muna ang ambulance at police. At kailangan safe ang lahat. Number 4, kapag daw uninsured ang driver na nakabangga sa'yo, wala na talagang pag-asa to claim compensation. Is that truth? Or is that a truth or a myth? That is a myth. Because in the UK, meron po tayong tinatawag na Motor Insurance Bureau who deals with claims against uninsured drivers. Your lawyer would have to do a bit of due diligence first. Hindi naman na pwede, hindi mo lang nahanap yung driver, agad diretso ka na doon. So you'd have to prove na you've done enough efforts to investigate if the driver is around or wala talagang insurance yung driver. And if that is the case, meron naman nakita yung driver pero walang insurance, but they go first with the Motor Insurance Bureau. So that's the better way. If the driver is uninsured, you can still claim against Motor Insurance Bureau. So that statement is a myth. Number 5, you have to evidence your claim for injury by medical reports, GP records, and hospital records. Again, it sounds It sounds very practical, but of course it's true. Kaya that's the reason why I say, kung masakit yung nararamdaman nyo, punta sa doktor. Have a paper trail for it. Because if we can't evidence it, then mahihirapan po yung abogado nyo mag-claim later on. And yes, they will ask for all your GP records because they want to know the medical history. They were also looking for sometimes evidence, pinipick up nila kung nakailang beses ka na nagkaroon ng car accident. So I've had instances like that where the other party, when I was claiming against an insurance, so dito sa UK, insurance ang nagko-cover most of the time, if not all of the time, ng claims. So they would pick up on that, oh, ilang beses na palang na-aksidente yung client mo, and they try to investigate bakit nga ganon. But in order to prove na talagang may injury, you have to provide a medical report, and normally we arrange it. Lawyers would be able to arrange and get that for you, but you have to speak obviously to the medical professional. We get your GP records and hospital records if you attended A&E or yung emergency department natin dito sa United Kingdom. Number 6, you cannot claim for losses of future income which is caused by the injury. So for example, yung example ko kanina, paralyzed ka, hindi ka na makapagtrabaho sa NHS. If you're a nurse, you can't work anymore kasi physical yung trabaho, kailangan nakakalakad ka. Hindi ka ba daw makaka-claim for losses of future income? That is a myth. That is one of the biggest claim in what we call devastating injuries, yung mga life-changing injuries like paralyzation, na paralyze, or traumatic brain injury, na nabago talaga yung buhay nila. We look at historically what's the situation of this particular claimant, ano yung trajectory ng buhay niya, ng career niya, evidence by historic earnings. So dapat itong kliyente na to in the future, they are looking at this earnings and hindi nila ma-earn yan because of this particular injury. Of course, we will be able to claim it. You have to prove that it was caused by the injury, that the situation is directly attributable to the injury. So that's a big myth. That is dun talaga actually lumalaki yung compensation dun sa most of the time with losses of future income. It's a nice segue to number 7 kasi ulit-ulit ko, caused by this, directly attributable. You have to prove that the accident caused your injuries and not other factors such as a genetic disorder. So yan ang tinatawag namin causation. Kailangan ma-prove natin na dahil doon sa example ko, masakit yung paa mo, dapat na matagal na masakit yung paa mo, after the injury, we have to prove by a medical expert that it was caused by the accident, the road traffic accident, and hindi dahil may arthritis ka na pala noon, and you're bound to have arthritis in the future. Sometimes there's an element of may contribution yung genetic factors, may contribution yung accident. We normally ask the expert to give us, kumbaga sabihin sa amin, ano yung contribution niya, ilang percentage ba? Lawyers don't answer that. It has to be because hindi nga kami skilled in terms of giving a medical expert's report on these type of cases. So we have to ask an expert to give us the evaluation and the analysis. But ang takeaway though is you have to prove na ito ay dahil dito sa accident at hindi dahil sa sitwasyon na actually mangyayari pa rin kahit hindi ako na-aksidente, sasakit pa rin yung paa mo dahil may arthritis ka. That's different. Kung ang kailangan mo i-prove yung dahilan nun, dahilan na masakit ang paa mo at masakit siya ng napakatagal, dahil sa aksidente. It sounds pretty common sense, but actually in practice, if you're a law student, that's where a lot of legal arguments happen in terms of causation. So you should be assisted by expert evidence in that one. Number 8, once you settled on a full and final basis. You cannot come back for more should your injury turn out to be worse in the future. That is actually true. And that is the reason why minsan tumatagal ng konti ang pagsisettle namin sa personal injury claims. The reason for that is we're still awaiting for a final verdict from the experts na this is it. This is the height of the injury. Na hindi na to, it doesn't get worse than this. It might get better, but doesn't get worse than this. There are instances where sometimes there is possibility just by the way the injury has developed that there's a potential complication in the future. We have a way of entering a calculation in the settlement to account for that. But ang takeaway dito, bakit truth yan, that's a big waiver, that's a big caveat, malaking warning po yan. When you're entering a full and final settlement, dapat sure na po tayo, or at least as sure as we can be, na naimbestigahan natin yung extent ng injury, na it's not gonna get remarkably worse in the future. That's the reason why sometimes when you have a fracture, when it involves a certain operation, we need to really wait for things to settle down before we say, this is it, we're gonna settle now. However, bearing in mind yung number one statement, 3 years lang, diba? 3 years lang bago ang bibigay ng korte sa amin, settle or sue them. We can agree to extend that 3 years between ourselves depending on the situation. Minsan, the reason for extending that is really to wait for the injuries to settle, to wait for things to hit that plateau. You're not going to get any worse. And they the court understands, or the other side understands that. Pero yun, ang iisipin po natin, wag po kayong tatanggap ng full and final settlement kung hindi niya po alam kung if you're gonna get any worse. Okay? And number 9, you can use a conviction in criminal proceedings. So, for example, yung nakabangga sa inyo, na-convict siya sa criminal proceedings for dangerous driving. Pwede mo daw yung gamitin na ebidensya dahil na-convict siya dun sa civil. Pwede mo daw yung gamitin na ebidensya when you're claiming for compensation in civil, dun sa civil na proceedings. That is absolutely correct. That's fine. That's what we do. That's the reason why sometimes we wait for the criminal proceedings. We do our due diligence dun sa civil proceedings, but we wait also kung ano yung outcome ng criminal proceedings, and we can import that conviction at sasabihin na convicted na nga dun sa criminal. The reason for that is mataas ang standard of proof ng criminal proceedings. So criminal proceedings without reasonable doubt 100% talaga na guilty ka. Ay ang civil more likely lang than not lang 51% lang. So we could say gagamitin namin sa civil sure na sure. So much more pa ay sa criminal sure na guilty yung kabila. Much more pa sa civil proceedings. That's the rationale behind that. So that's true. And number 10, you will lose your disability allowance or benefits if you receive a personal injury settlement, a lump sum payment for your personal injury settlement. So for example, may disability benefits ka, na-paralyze ka dahil sa aksidente, state benefits here in the UK, mawawala ba yan pag ikaw ay binayaran ng compensation mo, malaking compensation mo, lump sum? Not necessarily. There is what we call personal injury trust. As in trust, not NHS trust, but a personal injury trust. So yung naririnig nyo, trust fund baby, yung mga naririnig nyo na may trust fund na ganito, it's really just an account, but it's a trust document. So may mga set of rules about managing that money for the purpose of personal injury. So pwede yung i-formalize, you open a new account, you open that trust, personal injury trust, and even if you receive a huge chunk of money, it protects your entitlement or eligibility for means-tested state benefits. So pwede ka pa rin mag-claim lawfully for state benefits like disability benefits, or it's all universal credit now, but yung things that you were entitled to because of your disability benefits, dahil nilagay mo sa separate na trust account, personal injury trust account, yung compensation mo from that accident, hindi yun maapektuhan ang inyong ability to claim for benefits. So it's not common knowledge, that one. I want to share that. That's been tested in one of my cases. It does mean may additional documents lang. It means may additional bank account ka, separate bank account ka for your compensation. But it's very, very worth knowing that, especially if it's a huge chunk of money because of a devastating injury. Kasi andun pa rin yung benefits mo, and then you can really keep the lump sum to help with your recovery, to help with your moving to a new accommodation. Siguro kailangan bungalow ka na, imbes na two levels of houses. So that's the reason for that. That's the rationale. Well, I hope it's been interesting. I hope na marami din kayo natutunan. May mga bago kayong natutunan. I think the personal injury trust is a new one that, or hindi natin masyado napag-usapan before. Mr. Laragan, what's your score?
9 out of 10. 9 out of 10. Yung prescription ko kasi, yung prescription yung una, so limited pa lang sa 3 years lang, di ba? Tama ba? 6 years sa criminal law. Yeah. Yun lang. The rest, okay na ako. So yeah, very interesting. Nare-review ka, di ba? Nare-review tayo. Wow! Ayun. Number 1, myth. Uy, galing. Truth, tama. 4, myth. Tama, okay. Truth, myth.
6 is
teka muna, myth.
5 is true.
6 is myth, di ba? 7 is true. Tama, 7 is true.
8 is true.
True, tama. Tapos 8 is truth also. Truth and myth.
Okay pa rin.
Okay pa rin. Ako 9 out of 10 yung 1. Nadidinigan ni Direk eh. Sabi ko, yung ba? 3 years. Okay, wow. Quite interesting.
3 years na yan, tandaan niyo po yan, ha? 3 years na yan, tandaan niyo yan. Napaka-exciting. Wag pagpaliban ng matagal, no? So, yeah, very interesting. Marami tayong na-review, natutunan ulit, para tayong nag-exam talaga, no? Call an ambulance. Sabi mo, tawag na ambulansya, wag yung abogado nyo muna. Yung ambulansya, siyempre, you have to see kung ano nangyari muna sa'yo, no? Kung okay ka. Ayan. Maraming very quite interesting, no? Yun nga, sabi mo, bago yung personal trust, injury trust yun, yung something na pinag-usapan na nabanggit mo ngayon, So you can actually claim, no? Maski walang insurance yung kabila, pwedeng parang to be compensated. And in that case, attorney, kung wala kang, ano pang habulin mo, halimbawa, kung grabe yung ipoprove mo yung mga sakit mo, yung mga evidences mo, hospital records, you are proving to to an agency, court, paano yan? Tapos, di ba, kung merong other partner, kung may other party, for example, halimbawa, nakabangga sa'yo, nag-uusap kayo ng compensation, naghahagil kayo, di ba? Now, paano ngayon to? Pag wala ka talagang, wala kang kabanggaan walang aksidente, walang bumangga sa'yo, walang umano sa'yo, paano? There are two
na walang pera pala, walang makuha. Walang insurance.
Iba yung walang pera. Iba po yung walang pera sa walang insurance. So, kung may insurance, okay lang. Kasi the insurance will deal with it. Kung walang insurance, we're talking here about walang insurance. Walang pera.
Walang insurance. Walang insurance.
Walang insurance. We have to make the distinction. Kasi, hindi naman personally. Kung may insurance, yun ang importante kasi insurance naman parati yung naghahabulin. Kung walang insurance, you go to the Motor Insurance Bureau. Sometimes there's situation na nakita ng Motor Insurance Bureau yung nakabangga sa'yo, pero sila muna yung haharap. Sila muna yung maglo-look after ng case. So babayaran ka muna. Kaya okay lang kahit walang pera yung wala masyadong pera yung nakabangga sa inyo. Motor Insurance Bureau talaga yung haharap. But you will still be subjected to the test of evidence. Kasi tatanungin pa rin nila yung nakabangga sa iyo kung ano yung nangyari. And they will still review the evidence, they will still review your claim in the same way that any other insurers will review your claim. There were situations, so nangyari yung case na yan sa isang case na yan, na andun pa rin yung kabila. May situation naman, another case, na wala talaga ng parang bula yung driver. As in, wala talaga.
Wala na,
Even in that case, so motor insurance pa rin syempre ang maghaharap ng claim, ang magbibigay ng compensation sa iyo. But the same test, the same evidence obviously applies. You're the claimant, it's your job to prove your claim. Yun nga lang, wala lang sila makukunan ng extra information kasi nga wala yung driver mismo. But they can still look at the case, they can still look at the evidence. They will still rather look at the case, they will still look at the evidence. So both situation, motor insurance ang haharap straight away kasi ang rational doon, ayaw nila na yung kawawang tao na nabangga na nga ng insurance, nang walang insured, na hindi uninsured, maghintay pa dun sa tao na walang pera o dun sa tao na nawala na parang wala. So they will wait. But ito yung ito naman yung extra bonus. Kung ikaw yung hindi uninsured, baka sabihin mo, kung uninsured, motor insurance naman pala yung sasalo eh. Kung ikaw yung uninsured, hahabulin ka ng Motor Insurance Bureau. Hahabulin ka nila personally. Hahabulin ka nila.
Ayun.
And they can. You will be liable to them personally. They might engage pwedeng may areglo kung wala kang pera ngayon, hulugan ganon. But you might still be liable. You will still be liable. Pag naayos na, ayusin muna nila kung yung kawawang nasa gasaan. And then, once na-prove nila na kasalanan mo talaga, once tapos na yon, titingnan ka na nila. Ngayon, ikaw na ang haharap.
Parang yung gastos nila, binayad nila doon sa parang in a way, i-claim back nila, no?
Hahabulin nila.
Okay.
Hahabulin nila.
Is it criminal in a way? Can they enforce a criminal parang aspect to it? O hindi naman? Civil
Iba
pa rin
yung
yan.
criminal proceedings. Obviously, kung dangerous drive, iba yung criminal proceedings in terms of that. Depends obviously.
Okay.
Iba pa yun. What we are dealing with and they were dealing with is civil proceedings. But, regardless kung insured ka o uninsured ka, pwede kang makasuhan pa rin kung dangerous driving yung yung ginawa mo. Ng criminal, ng CPS. That's separate. That's another separate matter.
Ang galing ni Oliver, very talaga siya, very involved dito sa ating programa. Talagang nagre-react siya. Si Edgar, hindi lang narinig niya si Edgar, pero si Edgar rin, nag-ano rin, no?
Audience participation.
So, ayan, marami tayong... Edgar Duway, yan na pala eh.
Edgar Duway, may exam na lang, Edgar. Yan,
si Pau Pau, kasi yan ang talagang nickname ni Drek, Pau Pau.
Lady
Snooki, wala si Lady Snooki the Cutie na alam niya kasing may show, kaya medyo tumabi-tabi. Si Lady Snooki na ngayon.
Show niya rin to.
Parang,
show niya rin to.
Kailangan magkita sila ni Lady Emmeline pag makita na. Si Ma'am Cora. Mula din, Sige, so myth, tama. Myth, truth siya sa pangalawa. Truth, tama. Truth. Myth, tama. Good. 5, truth. Tama. 6, myth. Tama ka. 7, truth, myth. 7, truth eh. So, may isa siyang mali ron. Tama ba? 8 is true. 8 is true also. Okay. 9 is truth. 10 is myth, no?
10 is myth.
Okay. Pero, galing Mangkora at least, yung teacher ho natin yan. Teacher natin sa Notre Dame yan. Nagturo yan sa...
Tayo na yung papawish kay Mangkora ngayon, no?
Uy, ano yan to?
Please manood kayo for join us on March Ayan, pa-plug natin kasi parang may fundraiser sila.
Sige.
Please, kung may time na po kayo, manood daw po
Mm.
kayo. March 25, 5 p.m. to 12 midnight, a benefit concert music for Maggie to raise fund for trial treatment. Maggie, ayan, si
Ayan,
Maggie,
ito
keep
pala.
strong, Maggie. Ayan, naku. Ayan, sige, anuhin natin.
Okay, Maggie, alright, okay. Ayan.
Filipino
Sige,
ata,
if you wanna,
kumakain na-
saan ba gaganapin yan?
Yes.
Diyan ba sa Derby yan? Saan ba gaganapin yan? Sa Derby? Sa
Oh,
Nottingham? Anyway, may
yes.
detalye. Saan ba yan gaganapin? Spa. Spa. Yeah, all Spa in. Saan? Walang kung Scotland, kung Belfast, yung lugar. Walang lugar. Di ba, yan, baka may post natin. May tanong. Tanong daw, attorney, bago tayo magpaalam.
May tanong. Tulad ko na accident sa work dati that sidelined me for years with back pain. Kung car accident ako and na-aggravate uli and magaling na dating back pain, valid medical claim or valid personal injury claim pa rin? Yes, it is still valid. Magaling na back pain ko but because of the car accident, umulit-ulit. Yes, to a point, it is still a medical claim. Siguro, that's what we call as an exacerbation claim. So, kailangan nang i-identify ng expert yung extent na, kasi sa'yo, magaling na eh. So, pwede nating sabihin ulit na, okay, ano pa rin yan, claim yan. And the fact na may aggravation, may ano noon, it's still a valid claim. Ang inaano natin, we differentiate that with a genetic disorder na kahit naman walang aksidente, you're gonna feel that pain regardless of the accident. That's slightly different. Yours is, may aksidente ka, aggravated, we have a notion, you take the victim as you found it. So the fact na medyo fragile si Edgar dahil sa accident niya before, sa accident sa work niya before, it shouldn't stop Edgar from claiming. Totoo bang ano yan? Edgar, baka totoo ba yan na may bumangga ba sa'yo, pero awayin na natin.
Hindi, may ano yata, ang nangyari yata, he was working before in a company, tapos nahulugan siya ng parang yata ganun. So, yun yata. Yun ba, tama nga ba? Paano ba naman hindi babalik ang back pain yan? Napakasipag niyan sa mga Pilipino diyan sa Derby. Napaka-DIY. He helps a lot, no? Doon sa ating mga kababayan. Nakita ko nga isang pinuntahan ko, yung na COVID. Napakausap niya si Edgar sa Pilipinas. So diyan sa Derby, matulungin talaga. Kung yan kapitbahay ko lang sa London, sana magpapatulong tayo kaso malayo. Derby, no? Yung mga konting mga gawa-gawa, no? Mahusay talaga. He's really yung mga Pinoy sa Derby, they love him. Attorney. Kaya pag malapit at medyo init na magana tayo, mag-joy rides tayo.
Yes.
How close are you sa Kent? Malapit ka ba sa Kent? Si Snooki, kasama yan si Snooki. And hopefully,
madali namang puntahan ng Kent. Madali po namang puntahan.
Madali ang Kent. Ang Maidstone, have you ever been to Maidstone?
Hindi pa po, but I've heard of Maidstone.
Okay, Maidstone. Hopefully sana mahaba na yung buhok ni Snooki. Kaya lang, baby pa siya eh. And on the 17th, she's gonna be half-year-old. Kalahating taon na. Ay, ang kulit. Ang kulit. Yung sa gilid ako, may ginagawa ko, tatakol. Go! Tapos yung kakalbutin ka sa tuhod. Tapos maglaro kayo. So sabihin ko kay Siri, Siri, parang Siri nga ba? Hey Siri, set up timer for 5 minutes. Ayan. So yun ang 5 minutes na maglalaro kami. Ayan. Mamaya, pagka may morning, noon, and night time kaming session ito eh. Pero it's so lovely. Para kami batang, makulit na anak na, grabe.
Parang may toddler, Parang may toddler po. Parang may talaga,
Grabe, kanina so pagka ganun medyo ayoko na, kasi sumusuko ako siya, walang katapusan ng laro. So ang gagawin ko, kukunin ko na lang siya, i-hug ko na lang siya. And then, nasa akin na lang, parang iniheli ko na lang. Kasi
Dahil
hindi
na lang.
matatapos ang laro eh. O iniheli ko na lang siya, no? So, yan. Oh, yeah, looking forward to see you, no? Hindi pa tayo na tuloy mag-dinner. May, attorney, ano nga, no? Maghanap nga dyan ng, may alam ka ba dyan na parang dog-friendly na area na pwedeng puntahan? Ganun. Kasi ang problema namin, meron din, meron yan, no? Where we can
Maraming
probably
aso
eat.
dito. Don't worry, madami pong aso dito. Maraming mga
Marami,
friends.
oo.
Maraming aso.
Ang problema ko lang kay Snooki, hindi siya, ano ba tawag dito? Hindi siya friendly sa yung madali, tumatahol siya eh. Matahol to eh.
Okay.
Oo, matahol. Little by, unti-unti ko ini-introduce sa mga tao at sa aso. Pero, usually ata, mga asong maliliit talaga, matahol talaga eh.
Matahol
talaga,
talaga.
oo.
We'll organize
Kaya
something.
nakakahiya.
Don't worry, we'll
Oo,
organize
nahihiya
something.
ako, tahol to. So, ayun, tulog. Nako, pag pinakita ko sa'yo, matutuwa kayo sa tulog niya. Ito, papakita ko lang attorney papakita ko lang tulog niya. Ito, pakipakita ko Ito, titignan natin Direct, nakikita ba yan? Ayan siya. Ayan.
Nakahilata. Hi!
Dumilat?
Hi!
Dumilat?
Hi, Suki!
Ayan, si Snooki, si Snooki. Ayan, ang
Cute,
kulit niya.
nakakatuwa.
Grabe, ang kulit. Alam mo ba, pag gagabi yan, pinupunasan ko ba yung paa niyan? May routine kami. Yung unang kanang kamay niya, tapos pupunasan ko ng bactericidal, yung mga wipes. Tapos yung kanan, pupunasan, tapos yung paa niya, tapos yung puwet niya. Every night yung puwet niya, pinupunasan ko. And then yung balat niya, pinupunasan ko. Yan, routine namin yun. Every night, routine namin yan. Kasi katabi ko matulog eh.
Oo,
Katabi ko
katabi.
matulog.
Kailangan na malinis din siya.
Minsan hindi ko alam kung mga kinakain ito. Kaya sabi ko, parang iba na yata amoy ng bibig mo. So, bumili kami ng toothbrush. Sisimulan ko na siya, toothpaste na meat flavor. Toothpaste na beef flavor.
May meat flavor
ganun
na
ba?
pwede lang kainin. It's good.
Ayan,
Good.
so yan to. Ano ko na, sisimulan na. Maganda. Pag may aso talaga nakakatuwa. It's nagbago ang buhay ko. Masaya. Talagang magko-complain ako. Pero ngayon okay na rin eh. Dahil parang yung mga pagod mo na rin dahil ang kulit na nakikipaglaro. Ganun. Very sweet naman. Napaka-sulit naman. And yeah. Oh, well. Yun. Okay, I guess it's time for us to say goodbye. Attorney, napakagandang session na naman. We learned a lot from you. I had 9 out of 10. So, iba-iba yung ating mga scores for tonight.
Ikaw ang
it's a challenge. It's also getting to review and getting parang lalang nare-reinforce yung mga lessons na pinagagawa natin dati, that we were doing, dahil maganda, myth or truth. Totoo ba to? Ito ba yung myth? Ito ba yung totoo? Ganyan, no? So, nalalaman natin, nako-confirm kung totoo nga, no? O hindi. So, maganda, which is nice. And thank you very much for doing this, attorney, and for sharing this, etong myth or truth about personal injury. So, attorney, baka may gusto pa idagdag na diniscuss mo, nakaligtaan mo, or may mga pagbati ka, shoutouts, or how to get in touch with you, go right ahead, please.
No, thank you. Thank you, everyone. Just want to say thank you sa ating, kay Mr. Laragan, kay Snooki, at kay Direk Pao sa napaka-good vibes na Tuesday as always. And sa lahat ng ating mga ka-remote social bubble, I always say nakakatuwa at nakakataba po ng puso umuwi dito every Tuesday. If you need further advice, we do free consultation or specific advice. Sinasabi na niyo, itong mga midterms natin, generic advice lang po ito. If you have a particular case, you can contact me at danna.quinto@dvsolicitors.com or call me at 01234-225-188. Again, it's danna.quinto@dvsolicitors.com or call me at 01234-225-188. Maraming salamat po at ingat po kayo next week ulit at sana tuloy na tuloy pa rin itong good vibes natin this week. Welcome to spring. Well, spring na ba? Hindi pa rin. Pero sana maayos na ang weather at magkaroon tayo ng meet up this year, Mr. Laragan. Yan ang nangyari.
Yeah. No, may Na ano ko, no, na-delete ako. Na-delete ko, sayang, oh. By accident na press ko. Na-delete. Okay, anyway. Yeah, oh, sorry. As you were saying, Tony, yung huling line mo?
Sana mag-meet up tayo this year tayo with the remote social
Oh,
bubble
yeah,
na
yeah,
hindi
yeah.
na tayo remote.
Yes. Oo nga, ngayon, medyo maluwag na, di ba? It started last, di ba, wala nang mask, wala nang ano, so maluwag-luwag na ngayon. So, which is good. No? So, yeah, we looking forward. And also, we're looking forward to seeing you soonish, attorney, no? Kami ni Solpa with Snooki, no? And let's have
Yes.
a little dinner dyan sa, or whatever, dyan sa lugar, dyan sa area mo, sa Bedford, no? Okay, well, I guess it's time for us to say goodbye. Maraming salamat once again, attorney. We've learned a lot for tonight. Napaka husay ng yung discussion for tonight, no? And thank you for this, no? At may mga notes kaya kailangan papel-papel nyo, ino nyo, no? Ayan, may red pen pa ako eh. May talagang may kompleto yan, may black pen and may red pen. Oo, may correction. Oo. So thank you very much, attorney, no? So sa ngalan ho ni attorney Dana Quinto, sa ngalan mo, attorney, sa ngalan ni Direk Pau, ito po si Sonny Laragan nagsasabing thank you very much sa inyong walang sawang pagsubaybay dito sa ating programang Legal Advice Corner. So we'll do it again next week. So till then, take care, God bless, and good night. Bye.
Good night.
Good night.
Bye.
Good night.